So Meghan Markle wants the truth now, huh? That's rich. Coming from the same woman who's spent years dodging every single ounce of it like it's toxic waste. And now she's front and center again, mic in hand, crocodile tears in full effect, launching into a carefully rehearsed monologue where the villain is always someone else, never her. But this time, she didn't just throw shade at the press, the palace, or her critics. She aimed straight at her own royal family, with the kind of smug arrogance only Meghan Markle could muster.
But equally, yes, I wrapped season 1 of my Netflix series. Still had to promote it. Still had to be in the edits for season 2. We were in pre-production of one season while we were doing post-production of the other. It's constant. I just wrapped edits on season 2.
And just like that, the world watched the real Meghan crack wide open. It started with another one of her long-winded interviews. You know, the kind where every sentence is dipped in buzzwords, self-love, and fake vulnerability. Only this time it got uglier than ever. Meghan didn't just vent, she attacked. In a subtle but coldly calculated rant, she accused the royal family of silencing her, of smearing her character, and, get this, of never accepting her truth. She didn't name names, of course. She never does. That's the trick. Just enough venom to keep the spotlight, but never enough to face a lawsuit. It's the classic Meghan playbook: light the match, walk away, then cry that she's being bullied when people call her out. But this time she went further. She claimed the royal family purposely suppressed her voice, that they controlled her narrative, that they used her like a puppet, and according to her, she only stayed silent to protect the institution. Really?
In a typically irritating millennial missive, Harry has offered a, quote, hybrid working model, the regal equivalent of meeting on Zoom in your underpants.
Prince Harry is keen to be reconciled with his father and has been telling people that he wants a return, that he's happy to step in some sort of temporary royal role while his father's away unwell. Obviously, the king has cancer. He's away from public duties, but also Princess of Wales is off. She's recovering from abdominal surgery. She's not going to be around until Easter. What I've been told is that Prince Harry is very keen. He's always wanted to have a foot back in the fold. He never really wanted to be all the way out.
All very valiant, Harry, but there's one little problem. Nobody wants you back. 4 years ago, Harry and Meghan abandoned the royal family and the monarchy and resigned their royal duties to embark on a new life in California.
Because from the moment she married into that institution, all Meghan has done is destroy it from the inside out. She paints herself as a victim of a royal machine that wouldn't let her speak, yet here she is again, speaking on global platforms, signing massive Netflix deals, launching podcasts, and hurling public accusations while pretending to crave privacy. This isn't about healing, it's not about truth, it's a smear campaign dressed up as empowerment, and the damage is real. Let's break this down. Right after her interview dropped, Buckingham Palace insiders confirmed what many suspected. Meghan's team had requested access to classified royal records to allegedly fact-check her experience. What she really wanted was ammo, information she could twist, evidence she could weaponize, and when they didn't hand it over, she turned up the heat in the press. Her most vicious swipe came when she accused unnamed royals of withholding support during her pregnancy. She didn't clarify who, she didn't offer proof, just a vague, gut-punch claim designed to spark outrage and once again paint her as the lone, suffering warrior against a cruel monarchy. And just when it couldn't get more manipulative, she doubled down with a sly jab at Kate Middleton. In the same breath, she talked about women being pitted against each other and how society loves to tear down strong women of color. The implication was clear and dirty. Meghan was reviving the feud she started years ago with the Princess of Wales, framing it again as a case of racial injustice rather than her own narcissism. But that's not even the most hypocritical part. While she's blasting the royal family for keeping secrets, Meghan is sitting on a treasure chest of her own, starting with that infamous Buckingham Palace bullying report.
I am very concerned that the Duchess was able to bully 2 PAs out of the household in the past year. The Duchess seems intent on always having someone in her sights. She's bullying X, the name was withheld, and seeking to undermine her confidence. We've had report after report of people who have witnessed unacceptable behavior towards X, despite the universal views from her colleagues that she's leading talent within the household who is delivering first-rate work.
The report was sealed under royal protocol, but Meghan knows what's in it, and she's fighting like hell to keep it buried. If she wants transparency, why not ask to release that report? Why not free her former staff from their NDAs? Why not let the public hear their side for once? Because Meghan doesn't want truth. She wants control. Her whole brand runs on curated victimhood. She frames every personal failure as someone else's fault. Every scandal is twisted into a redemption arc. And every time she's called out, she cries foul and calls it a smear campaign. Let's be real. This isn't a woman fighting for truth. This is a woman fighting to rewrite the past. Behind the scenes, her legal team has been quietly threatening media outlets who publish anything critical. Not suing, just threatening, just enough to scare journalists away from digging too deep. It's Meghan's go-to move: silence the press, guilt-trip the public, and keep feeding the machine with new pity content before anyone asks the real questions. And while all that's happening, she's still exploiting the royal name. Despite quitting royal duties, she keeps calling herself Duchess of Sussex in interviews, product launches, and every business pitch. If the royals were so awful, why is she still using their titles to sell jam and book deals? Because for Meghan, the royal family is both the villain and the golden goose. She needs them to be evil so she can stay the hero, but she also needs their name to stay relevant. That's the game, and it's been working until now. Because even her fans are starting to notice. The contradictions are piling up. The fake humility, the selective victimhood, the endless attacks wrapped in flowery language and empowerment slogans, and the royal family, they've had enough. According to insiders, palace officials are preparing to strike back, not with interviews or retaliation, but with cold, hard facts. There's talk that they're ready to unseal documents, that they're gathering timelines and records, and that they're done playing nice. Because Meghan didn't just insult them, she tried to destroy their legacy while hiding behind hers. The queen may be gone, but the institution is still standing. And Meghan? She's standing on thinner ice than ever before. Behind the scenes, her Hollywood connections are crumbling. Netflix isn't happy with the numbers. Spotify dropped her. Her podcast flopped. Her brand launch was mocked. Even her attempts at children's books and animation fizzled out before takeoff. The media buzz is fading, and without controversy, Meghan Markle is just another ex-actress with a failed brand. And that's the part that terrifies her. So now she's lashing out again, this time at the very family she blamed for everything and milked for fame. But it's not working. People aren't buying the performance anymore, and the more she talks, the clearer it gets. She's not trying to heal, she's trying to erase the stories that don't make her look perfect. Erase the voices of the people she stepped on to get where she is. Erase the truth and replace it with a curated fairy tale where Meghan is the misunderstood, unstoppable heroine.